Chair?
We have a brief presentation that we'd like to provide to the City Council this morning about the Convention Center Hotel project and process to make sure that you understand kind of the process that we're considering to move this project forward. First of all, we provided you with a copy of the handouts, and I'm Kathy O'Connor. I'm the Executive Director of the Urban Renewal Authority and the President of the Alliance for Economic Development. The first thing that I want to point out to you that this is the beginning of a process, and this is really the very first step in evaluating the Convention Center Hotel feasibility for Oklahoma City. The Convention Center Hotel project was mentioned as a part of the MAPS 3 campaign literature and campaign materials as a part of the Phase 1 development of a new convention center.
First, I need to address the idea, if you're asking to make it clear what we want in this study, is above all, paramount is transparency and a full public disclosure of everything that we're doing. I really take issue with the idea that this was fully vetted in MAPS 3. I really take issue with that this was in the campaign literature, and it's really pouring salt in the wound to some extent to lead off with that, since it was brought up. What was promised is that when the convention center was completed, we would add 700 jobs and triple the amount of convention business, even though no city in the country has ever been able to triple its convention business. No city in the country has ever been able to double its convention business. There was no mention of a hotel, and that no hotel in the last decade, of which there is lots of data, has been able to be built without massive taxpayer subsidies. That was not mentioned. And to give the impression that it was in any way is not okay. We had a study that talked about it, the Convention Sports and Leisure study, that to this day has not been released to the public. We have withheld that study which talks about this, the only study, we have withheld that from the public. And so the idea that there's been maximum transparency in vetting with the public is not okay.
This is clearly a MAP style project, and I think one of the biggest successes in the MAPS program has been that we've been very upfront in what we're going to do, and then the city delivers on it. And this, because I agree with Councilman Shadid that in the marketing, I don't ever remember hearing anything about a hotel going along with the convention center, and it's clearly not being funded through the MAPS fund. So those are the two main problems I have, and that's why I won't be voting for it.
Fourth, I see this falling into a couple of categories, and maybe I'm wrong, but I just want to share. I see some discussion in the opening remarks about past history, and I don't think that does any good to sit down here and debate yes or no, what did or didn't happen. So I'm not going to address that. I do think that some of the information that was presented from up here was a little bit slanted in one way, but that's another issue.